This is my newest mini album. And for this one, I did not use Carolina's Creations template. I used or was inspired by somebody else, and I'll link them in the notes, who showed you how to make the mini albums based on the size paper you wanted. So I used that to figure out how to make this and all the pages inside. And I added something new to this and my other albums, is these little corners. And I got those off of Temu. Okay. All right, so what I did here was, typically you use a 6x6, but here I was doing 4, actually, and not quite 6 inches, a little smaller. But what I did here is I put a pocket, and I just made a little journaling card, and I scalloped the edges. And what I did is I split the paper in half. I did half on the pocket and half on the page, so it almost looks like a full picture, but I actually cut it. Now here I have a little piece of ribbon to pick this up, and there is a fold. So you keep opening it, and there's just more things inside. What I did is I have clear pockets here that I put in, and I tried to position this right over the rose. This here is also a clear pocket, so I put little ephemera in there, and I ink them, and then this is just a blank page. But if you close this, and here, it closes up. I will stick inserts in here. I don't have that to show right now. This also is a clear pocket. And I found some old envelopes I made when I was first trying to learn how to make these. So I embellished them, and I used these. I think I learned how to make these from Treasure, I can't think of the name of it. I'll put that there. This here, I just took scraps of paper, and I made a little notebook. So it's just got paper in it, and I stapled it and then just covered it. You can almost see the staples there on the back. And then this I thought was pretty cool. What I did is I took a full size sheet of paper and I cut a center strip because the page was actually a little too big to put on. So it worked out perfectly. I was able to cut the center and then stick these in a little bit so there's hardly any room in between them. And I made a belly band. So I thought that came out really cute, and I liked it on this smaller journal to do it that way. Here I also, this is for a picture. My cat's running around. But I did put clear paper over that, and I know there's a name for it, but I can't think of it. This here is just a little journaling card with a pocket. Just covered this. This here I just made with a scrap, and I happen to have had a day where I was making a whole bunch of envelopes. I should glue that. So I just grabbed one of the random ones that kind of went with this instead of making envelopes. All right, kitten, let's get you down. Okay. This is another pocket, and I just have some journaling cards in there, and then this is made with washi tape, and I just put a little charm and made a little bookmark. This is just a blank page. This here is actually, the paper from there is old typewriting paper that I have had for decades. So I used a little sheet of that in there, and this can be pulled out, and you could leave that in there, or instead you could put a photo in there. And let's get that back in there, just to show that something can stick in there. And this is the back page. So this only I did with 2 signatures. I didn't do 3 like I do on the larger albums, but the cat will leave, our new kitten. who's causing havoc. I just kept the back kind of plain. I put poison on the side here and just embellished it with some stickers.